Bonjour et bienvenue dans la salle de presse de la Commission européenne. Merci également de nous suivre en ligne en direct et aussi sur Europe by Satellite. Aujourd'hui, nous sommes le mardi 12 octobre. Permettez-moi de commencer avec une mise à jour de l'agenda de la présidente pour cette semaine. Donc, la présidente von der Leyen recevra jeudi matin le nouveau chancelier de l'Autriche, Alexander Schallenberg. Puis, permettez-moi de partager avec vous l'agenda de la réunion du Collège des commissaires qui aura lieu demain matin. Switching to English. The College will adopt a toolbox for action and support in view of the temporary rise in energy prices. This will also be the subject of the College readout, which will be presented to you by Commissioner Simpson at the end of the College meeting. Commissioners will also adopt a communication updating the EU's policy towards the Arctic. This will be presented to you by Commissioner Sinkevičius after the end of the College readout. Furthermore, the College will discuss President von der Leyen's proposal to make 2022 the year of European youth. You might remember that this was announced by the President in her State of the Union speech last month, so the proposal will be discussed tomorrow by the College and will be adopted at a later date through a finalization procedure. And finally, Vice President Šefčovič will brief tomorrow the College on a package of significant proposals related to the protocol on Ireland and Northern Ireland. We will have a technical briefing on this for you tomorrow at 10:30, and the Vice President will also hold a press conference at around 18:30 tomorrow evening. We will confirm the timing through our usual channels to enable you to plan. Pour ce qui concerne les réunions du Conseil d'aujourd'hui, je vous rappelle qu'aujourd'hui est le deuxième jour de la réunion des ministres de l'Agriculture et de la Pêche qui se réunissent à Luxembourg. Aujourd'hui, les ministres discuteront du paquet Fit for 55 et de la stratégie de l'Union européenne pour les forêts. La Commission est représentée par les commissaires Wojciechowski et Sinkevičius. Et le commissaire Wojciechowski participera à la conférence de presse qui aura lieu à la fin de la réunion du Conseil vers 18 heures. Puis, les ministres de la Santé se réunissent aujourd'hui à Ljubljana. La commissaire Kyriakides y participe, représentant la Commission. Les ministres discuteront de l'amélioration à l'accès des médecines, de la préparation et la réponse aux crises sanitaires de nature transfrontalière et les défis actuels liés à la vaccination. Une conférence de presse est prévue à 16h30 avec la participation de la commissaire Kyriakides. Et donc, comme d'habitude, je vous prie de garder vos questions au sujet mentionné pour les conférences de presse qui ont lieu après la fin des réunions du Conseil parce que nos commissaires y seront présents et ils vont pouvoir répondre eux-mêmes à vos questions. Finally, please note that we will have to finish midday before 1 o'clock because immediately afterwards we will offer you a technical briefing under embargo on energy prices to enable you to prepare the coverage of the communication that we will adopt tomorrow. And then later at 3 p.m., we will have a press point by Commissioner Gabriel on the launch of the expert group on disinformation and digital literacy. And at 5:30 p.m., there will be a press point by Commissioner Hahn on the green bonds under Next Generation EU. So we have a very rich menu of press events for you today and tomorrow. With that, let us start with your questions. Please indicate by raising your hand if you have any question for us today. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, thank you, Dana. I have actually two questions on foreign relations. One is on Iraq and the other one on Afghanistan. On Iraq, I would like to ask your comments on the elections held over the weekend. And on Afghanistan, I would like to ask you on the media reports that there was a meeting between EU officials and Taliban in Doha. I think it was yesterday. So thank you.
Very much. Peter, join me promptly to answer.
Thank you very much. On the second one on Afghanistan, Nabila will reply to you. I take the first one on Iraq. There will be a statement by the High Representative because, as you know, every time when we send election observation mission to a country holding elections, and we did for the first time in Iraq, and the election observation mission already reported. So every time after that, the High Representative is issuing a statement. So we will issue this statement shortly. So we'll make sure it will reach you. And I can say that I can only say until the statement is out that these elections were important because they mark another important step in consolidation of the Iraqi democracy. And indeed, it was also important for us because it was the first time when the European Union has sent the election observation mission to Iraq.
Okay, thank you very much. Peter, I would first prefer to take additional questions for Peter, if you have any, before we go to Afghanistan. So are there any additional questions for Peter, considering the matters that he covers? Yes, I think that Mose has a question for Peter. Go ahead, Mose.
Okay, you hear me. Thank you, Dana. Can I ask a very quick question to Peter? I read in the media that there is a conference in London, so-called London Tribunal, which deals with the situation of the Uyghur minority, or majority, I would say, in Xinjiang in China. And it's continuing, and a report, I suppose, is expected later this autumn. I wonder if somehow, if the Commission is following this conference or has anything to comment on it. Thank you.
That will be Nabila.
Nabila, go ahead.
Yes, first I will actually answer Mose, and thank you for your question. On this conference, I'm not really aware of it, so I would have to get back to you, check from my side and get back to you on this conference. And then I will go back to Nawab. Thank you for a question, Nawab. Actually, the meeting that you're talking about is happening as we speak. It's happening today. It is a group of US and European special representative or the special envoy for Afghanistan who are meeting the representative of the interim government in Kabul. They're not meeting in Kabul, they're meeting in Doha, but I'm talking about the government so that we're sure. It will allow the US and the European side to address issues such as the need for an inclusive government in Afghanistan, the free passage for Afghans who wish to leave Afghanistan, humanitarian access, respect and promotion of human rights, including the rights of women and minorities, and the need to prevent terrorist and violent extremist movements from using the Afghan soil to threaten other countries. This is an informal meeting, an informal exchange at a technical level, and it does not constitute a recognition of the interim government. Of course, as I said earlier, the meeting is taking place in Doha and is being facilitated by Qatar.
Thank you very much. Nawab, you have a follow-up question.
Who is representing the European Union? Thank you.
Nawab, it's the EU Special Envoy for Afghanistan who is present there.
Thank you very much. I see additional questions on foreign affairs. Now we have both spokespersons on stage, so you can cover all subjects, you can cover the whole world. First, Tugrul, go ahead.
Well, I hope you can hear me.
We can hear you, go ahead. We can hear you.
Okay, I have a question on the defense agreement between France and Greece signed at the end of last month. Maybe you had comments earlier, but I missed it, sorry for that. I would like to ask EU's opinion, EU's take on the deal. Does the Commission or the Vice President Borrell think this deal is something that could contribute to Europe's strategic autonomy? which has been highly debated lately, or is it something that could contradict Europe's collective defense? What is your take on the deal? Thanks.
Thank you very much. It's a question for Nabila. Go
I mean,
ahead.
as you know, defense agreements between two member states I'm not going to start commenting on every single defense agreement, I'm sorry, signed between member states. This is a bilateral armament cooperation and arms export agreement. And we do not have the usual practice of commenting on EU member states agreements. It's a national competence.
Thank you so much. Are there any additional questions on foreign affairs today? Yes, I believe that Lawrence has a question about that, so go ahead.
Hi, hey Nabila. A couple of things. Sorry, can you just clarify for me who is at today's meeting with in Doha? I think you said the US. Is it also member states, special reps? Who else is there? And will the issue of getting an EU mission back into Kabul, do you expect that to be discussed today or even decided today?
Lawrence, it's as I said earlier, it's a U.S. and European special representative or envoy for Afghanistan who are representing who are present in the meeting. So yes. When it comes to what will be the outcome of the meeting, I would not want to preempt that. When it comes to our presence in Kabul, as we said, this is something that we need to assess, and it will be based on, of course, the security situation in Kabul.
Thank you, Nabila. Are there any additional questions on foreign affairs for us today? Maria.
Actually, a follow-up on the meeting. If you could, Nabila, tell us on behalf of the Taliban, who will represent the government there, and from the US, just to have a full image about the meeting. Thank you.
Taliban, to be honest, I'm not sure, so I would rather come back to you, but I would ask the Taliban themselves. But from our side, again, it's a meeting with the special envoy, and there is from the US side, I think it's also a special representative for Afghanistan, but I can get with more precision if you need.
Okay, thank you. Are there any additional questions on foreign affairs today? That is not the case, so thank you very much, Nabila and Peter. And we can now open the floor to other matters that we would wish to raise with us today. So please raise your hand if you have other questions for us today. David, go ahead.
Thank you, Dana. Just a quick question on Poland. You didn't mention it among the points on the agenda tomorrow. What does it mean that the college will not discuss the ruling of the Constitutional Tribunal? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your question, David. I only mentioned the points which are formally on the agenda of the college tomorrow. I didn't mention indeed what is under any other points because as you surely know, the College of Commissioners also discusses at the end of each meeting about important political matters which would be of relevance for the college, and under AOB the developments in Poland will be mentioned, as will other developments. The President traditionally debriefs from her summits and other relevant meetings. HRVP Borrell debriefs from his other various meetings on external matters, but indeed the matter of development in Poland will be mentioned in that context. Are there any other questions today? I do not see any, which allows me to allow you to go to have some lunch before we have the technical briefing on energy prices, which is at 1 o'clock. So bon appétit and see you later.